Hey guys, it's Suzuka Media, or Sean. I wanted to make this video to show you guys exactly how to get media passes for car shows or any type of motorsport related events. Mainly because there's not really so many videos on how to show you how to do this, and a lot of people in the community already are really competitive and they want to gatekeep. I don't. So I'm going to show you 5 tips on how to acquire a media pass so that we can get into these car shows for free, and you can get some of your work out there by some of the big shows and even some of the smaller ones, But here's some tips and tricks. So let's start off. Number 1, you need to build a portfolio of some kind. So even if you use Instagram to be your portfolio, or even Facebook to be your portfolio, you have to show your work somewhere. Me personally, when I started, I used a little bit of Instagram, but morely of like physical portfolio. Like I have a photo album, like one of the ones you buy from Walmart, that has 4x6 prints of all my photos, and I used to bring those to all the car shows and everything, just to kind of show the people hosting them, like, hey, this is the work I can do. But building a portfolio is the most important thing that you could do. What you could do as far as building yours personally is just the best shots, in your opinion, should go on your page, especially the ones of, I don't want to say just take pictures of high profile people's cars, because that gets you out there like that. I want to say take pictures of everything. Build your portfolio by shooting everything. Like right now I'm in landscape. You could shoot all this out here, shoot macro of like plants and animals and stuff like that and everything, so they could see your potential on shooting close-ups, like really macro shots, and then shoot landscape stuff. And with cars included like that, it's all together, it's all tied in together. So you want to shoot it like that, and make sure that you are diverse with everything. So like when I started, I was doing truck shows, car shows, drift events, just anything I can get my hands on to really start off with, so that's what you really want to go with. Now, building the portfolio, you have to make sure that it's organized well, so you have like these shots at those shots, those shots at these shots, the ones that are all categorized, because it makes it a lot more easier showing someone something when it's all organized. You don't want to be like, these are my shots, and then it's just all over and it doesn't look well and everything like that. You got to be a little organized. I know on Instagram you post what you want and everything, but if you make a photography Instagram, build a portfolio on it, make it look nice, and organized at least a little bit. I know that me personally, I post random stuff all the time, I guess now, but before, when I was doing it, it was all organized to make sure that if you wanted to look at my page and look at my work, there you go. And it's actually easier now to build a portfolio than anything, because they have like little websites like Wix and Squarespace to kind of help you build portfolios and everything like that. So you have that option. Number 2 is actually meeting people. So meet as many people as you can in the community, because the relationships that you build with people is ultimately going to get you farther than just being the biggest on Instagram or the person with the most clout or anything like that. It's all about building the relationships with the people that really gets you far. I know the majority of the car show people on a first name basis, the people who host them and the people that are like founders of them and everything. And that's mainly because whenever I started, I just went to car shows and shot for free, and then just sent them all my work after that, and just been like, hey, this is all the shots I have from your show for free, here you go. And that kind of got me into the door. And then the next show, whenever they came back again, or the next location we went to, I actually met them, and they're like, hey, I want to meet you. I'm like, all right, great. And then we go, I meet them, and they're really cool people, and then next thing you know, you're doing media for them all the time. And now I just message them and be like, hey, I'm going to be at this location, and then they send me a media pass. So it's just that easy. It's just that easy. Just meet people, build a relationship with them, and then whenever you go to their shows, they'll be able to know who you are. It's not just a random person off of Instagram just be like, hey, I want a media pass because I do photography. If that was the case, everybody and their mom would get a media pass just because they do photography. You know what I mean? So build relationships with the people who host these shows, and not just because they host them. Like, genuinely get to know these people, because the more people you know, the farther you're going to get in this line of work. It really is. It's all about who you know. And I think that's with every industry that you go in, no matter if it's a 9-to-5 job or a union, or like over here in Texas, it's refinery, or over there in New York, it's like the MTA. You know this person and that person, and that's what gets you the job, So it's all about who you know. Create a media deck. So when I say create a media deck, it's essentially like a PDF file or a doc file that shows your information about when you started and everything like that. But don't bore the person when you do it. It's kind of like a sales pitch too. It'd be like, yeah, this is when I started, this is what I prioritize in as far as photography, this is the kind of shots that I take, this is my work, this is my accomplishments, these are my plans. Really, it's kind of just like a lowdown on you. So whenever you message a person and be like, hey, can I get a media pass for this show? You know, they don't know you. Some of the bigger shows, like really big shows and really big you know, racing events, will ask you for a deck, and I'll send them mine, and it'll literally just, I'll have templates and everything like that, and I'll probably just throw mine on the screen right now just to kind of show you what it kind of looks like. That way you can kind of get an idea of what yours should be, and I'll put a template in the bio if you want. That way you can kind of build yours off of that too. And on top of the deck, it does have personal pictures of me, it has personal pictures of my car, it has personal pictures of where I've been, what I shot and everything. Kind of just like a little biography, I want to say, about you. That way they know exactly who they're getting in business with. Because think about it like this, you're messaging these people who own these companies and these, you know, racing events and these car shows and everything that's been doing them forever. They don't want to get in business with somebody who's, oh, I did photography for this long, but I have nothing to show for it, or I have no consistency, you know, or nothing like that. You got to show them that you have consistency. You got to show them that you're the person who is at these events. You know, take some pictures of yourself when you're at these events to show proof that you were there, you shot these and everything, because that gets a lot farther than just being like, oh yeah, I shot this one and I shot that one. But whereas I know you have the proof in the pictures, but it's always good to take some pictures of yourself to use for your own type of, you know, deck or portfolio and that type of stuff like that. That way they know who you are. So our next tip is this: build a good pitch. And whenever I say build a good pitch, don't just be like, let me get a media pass, or how do I get a media pass? That's it. Be like, hey, I'm gonna be in this area during this time. You know, I really enjoyed your show last year. I would love to come to your show this year, and I would love to cover it as media so I can just show off your show a little bit more, and I can build my portfolio a little bit more, and we can both benefit off of this, you know. And my media will be 100% free. You know, this is in the beginning, by the way. You know, my media will be 100% free, just basically just telling them that you can benefit them by giving them free marketing, and you're benefiting off of learning better and shooting and everything. And then that's how you do it. It's all in the pitch there. I'll leave some templates in the description, and probably like a link to like a files, that way you can kind of just show everything there and see everything there, so you could use it. But it's all about building the pitch that actually gets them. And don't build it like a ChatGPT one where it's like, oh yes, I would love to go to your automotive gathering. Build it genuine, you know. Make sure that the people that they're gonna read it actually can read it, and it's not just something that someone just pre-made, because you could definitely tell the difference between those, you know. And it's not genuine like that. And then the next time you see the person, they're like, oh, you're not speaking all proper like on the messages are and everything like that, you know, because it was all made by ChatGPT and everything. So build a good pitch, that way you can kind of get more attention to the offer, you know, of you trying to get them to let you go into the show for free and shoot and everything, you know. Here's another thing you should know. Whenever I first started, I shot basically everything for free, but don't keep doing it forever. And whenever I say that, for the first couple car shows that you probably will get denied for, don't hold it against them, you know. Go and buy a spectator ticket. Basically, a media pass on most car shows is just a spectator ticket. That's really all it is. It's just a spectator ticket. Sometimes they will let you in before the show starts and let you stay after the show starts, but it just depends on if you know them and if you know who you are. Because if you're just a regular Joe with a point and shoot camera or something like that, they probably won't let you stay before, you know, stay after, or even come in a couple hours before, you know. Some media passes allow you to do that, some don't. So just be mindful of that. Another tip is invest in a good camera. And I don't mean go buy the baddest Sony A3, A4, you know, with the specialized prime lens and all that and everything. Like right now I'm shooting off of a Canon M200, just because it's light, it's compact, it's easy and everything. It isn't the only camera I have. I do have an M50 Mark II. I do have a D7500 from Nikon, a D3400 from Nikon. I have like a range of lenses and everything, but this one is like on a short lens, just because I just wanted to put something out now, you know. But you don't have to get the most expensive gear. Like this M200 I got it with the lens, the camera, 2 batteries, the charger, the bag, for 300 bucks, roughly, literally $300 flat. Like I went into a pawn shop and was like, you know what, I want that one, I give you 300 bucks for it right now. And it was like, I want to say it was like 450, but you just go in there, you tell them you got cash, and there you go. And it's not even the most expensive camera that was there. I could have gotten an older Canon one with actually a really good 10 to 15 millimeter lens, which is like really great for vlogging, which I really wanted that one, to be honest, but I like this camera because it shoots in 4K. But invest in a good camera. Don't get a point and shoot unless that's the kind of photography you want.